Is this thing on? Okay, so almost everybody here knows that I'm Lauren, and I'm Glenn's sister. I'd like to welcome everyone here today and be the first to congratulate my sister and my brother-in-law. When Christina and I were younger, we lived in a neighborhood filled with kids all over here. Our days were spent watching Goonies and Clue, swimming in the pool, and playing every game imaginable. The older we got, the more comfortable I became catching a ball. And Christina, on the other hand, discovered her favorite pastime, curling up with a great book in a sleeping bag on our front lawn. If you can imagine the amount of looks and questions that arose while I played flag football in the yard with the boys. What is she doing? Why is she in a sleeping bag? I always shrugged my shoulders giving the same answer, it's just who she is. What I didn't know is that my big sis was giving me a very important lesson. She was showing me that no matter what, she wasn't afraid to be who she is. Christina has grown into a beautiful woman that still inspires those feelings around her. She brought somebody into her life that encompasses just that. Glenn is who he is through and through. Their relationship teaches all of us to not only be ourselves in this world, but to love somebody for who they are. Glenn, you just married a woman who's always going to make you take your shoes off when you come in the door. She's going to crinkle her nose at anything made with butter. She's going to run as much as she sleeps. And she's going to put on chapstick, eat a banana, play with the GPS while driving her car. Most importantly, Christina is going to be a great source of strength and love for you. Christina, you just married a man who's going to walk around the house with his shoes on. He's going to cook you gourmet meals while sneaking in the olive oil. He's going to insert curse words into your bedtime stories. And he most likely will evacuate to an evacuation zone if there's a chance of good birding. Most importantly, Glenn is going to make you laugh when you need it, and he's going to love you forever. Today is a celebration of the lives you are uniting. The Kissel clan just picked up a new brother and a new son. And the Davis crew, well, you guys are in for a treat. Because we Kissels travel in packs. When you invite one of us in, the rest are sure to follow. I'm so happy that Glenn walked into Christina's life. She truly met her match because I can bet that if Christina pulled out her old sleeping bag onto the front lawn of their KMA cottage, Glenn would be the first one to grab his bag and snuggle in beside her. I'm honored to stand here beside both of you on the day that you stood in front of all your loved ones and said this was a really good idea. Please raise your glasses and join me in congratulating the very happy couple.
How many more on?
I think one more.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I gotta make sure.
You gotta leave some liquor, yeah. No, I think there's one more, sorry. I think there's one more. They like to talk. They really do. This is gonna be interesting.
I'm sorry, I promised myself I wouldn't cry tonight, but these pants are so tight. Really? Is this bad? Okay. My pants are tight. So I'm the so-called best man. They so-called me about 3 months ago and said, Dave, you'd like to be the best man. I thought, oh man, Nick's going to be so jealous. We're so close with this couple, and they just called me and I get the biggest honor. And then they said, okay, now put Meg on the phone. So I think Meg did a great job of being an officiant tonight. I also got to say, everybody in the wedding party was awesome through rehearsal and throughout the entire experience. Liz and Becky, you look beautiful today.
Thank you.
Kashi, of course, you look beautiful. You're in the wedding party, aren't you?
Yeah.
But, Lauren and Claudia, you guys are wonderful sisters. I know that your siblings love you, and they know that you love them. Thanks for being here for them today. Glenn, thanks for dressing me up like this because it kept me from having to rent a tux. I just want to say a few things real quick about Bernie and Ann, who are some of the greatest people I've known in my life, and I've known them since I was 16 years old. And Bernie's about the nicest man you'll ever meet, and Ann has been like a mother to me. Even when I was going to grad school, she said, "That's great, you're going to write your own ticket, you can really make your way in the world." And when I dropped out of grad school, she said, "That's okay, you're going to do fine." Outran me today in the running of the Kashi. We all woke up this morning, and I don't know about everyone else, but I had to get rid of a hangover, so I figured I'd run a mile with these folks. It turns out we ran a mile and a half. Linda is training for a half marathon and just ran 7 miles the day before. I don't know how you do it. Frank, you've kept your composure all night very well. Maybe you'll get that fourth boat you got your eye on. Did I overstep my bounds? They sunk the Kissel Armada. I'm sorry. I guess just to finish on a corny note, I'll point out that Glenn and I met at Camp Chiricahua, bird camp. For those of you, feel free to laugh. Bird camp exists.
Bird camp! Woohoo! Bird camp!
Glenn and I thought we were impressing girls back then.
I don't think so.
I said we thought we were impressing girls. We would sit in the back of the van driven by some Pete Dunne guy, and we'd go through the Arizona desert and we'd do a cappella versions of Simon and Garfunkel. And I actually heard that song tonight on the playlist. 59th Street Bridge song was our big hit. And so I just want to say congratulations, Glenn, on getting a new Garfunkel.